This tiny kitchen setup cooks hot meals, coffee, and even heats up water for showers. But every appliance I use has to earn its place. Reasonable power use, small size, and more than one job. In this episode, I'll walk you through the exact cooking appliances I trust on the road, electric, propane, and backup options, and why each one made the cut. Let's cook without cooking the batteries. Cooking in a minivan camper is all about adaptability. You have to cook smart and avoid setting off any alarms, literally. That's why I split my cooking setup into two modes. Indoor cooking with electric appliances, safe, efficient, and perfect for when I'm using locations which require an indoor kitchen setup. Outdoor cooking, ideal for campgrounds or those scenic picnic stops where you just have to grill something. For my travel mode trips, where I move frequently, indoor cooking is my go-to. It keeps things simple, and more importantly, my electric setup keeps my eyebrows intact, no open flames inside. But when I'm camping, settled at a site for a few days, it's time to bring out the big guns: barbecue, propane stove, and that delicious smoky flavor. Space in my minivan is precious, so every appliance I chose had to meet three strict criteria. Reasonable power consumption. My power station inverter can handle up to 2,000 watts peak, but I don't want to max it out every time I make coffee. Compact size, because playing Tetris with kitchen gear is not my idea of fun. Multi-purpose use. If an appliance only does one thing, it's probably staying home. After extensive testing and a few regrets, here's what made the cut. Induction cooktop, the workhorse for frying, boiling, and simmering. Electric kettle, perfect for coffee, tea, and even warming up water for my shower. Panini press, the fastest way to make a hot, crispy sandwich without breaking out a full kitchen setup. Induction stove. Why induction? Simple. Unlike regular hot plates, induction stoves heat the pan directly, meaning no wasted energy and faster cooking. The stove surface stays cool, no more accidental hand burns. I settled on the Duxtop portable induction cooktop, which ticks all the boxes. 1,800 watts max, but with precise power control. Runs comfortably within my power station's limits. Glass surface means easy cleanup. Safety features like a lock and auto shutoff timer. When I use it on fast boil mode, it pulls around 1,600 watts. And for frying eggs, around 1,000 watt. It sounds a lot, but I only run it for a few minutes while cooking breakfast, so no significant drain of the battery. Induction-ready cookware, small but mighty. Regular aluminum cookware is not compatible with induction. Since I don't have an induction stove at home, I got a dedicated cookware set for my camper van. Key features of my set: ceramic non-stick coating, as scrubbing pans in a tiny sink is not my idea of a good time. Removable handles, saves a ton of storage space. Magnetic glass lid hack. I removed the silicone handles and replaced them with a magnetic system. Now one handle works for both lids, and they store flat. Genius, right? My final setup: 10-inch frying pan, 8-inch saucepan, 2 glass lids, plastic lids stored between the pans to prevent scratches, removable handle, single lid handle with my magnetic modification. It's compact, efficient, and perfect for my needs. Panini press. Sometimes you don't want a full meal. You just want something quick, hot, and delicious without the hassle. That's where my Foreman 2-serving panini press comes in, proving that small gadgets can pack a big punch. 760 watts power consumption, super battery friendly, so I don't have to stress about draining my power station just for a sandwich. Compact design. This little powerhouse fits snugly into my passenger seat pocket, always within reach for a quick bite. More than just sandwiches. Sure, it's perfect for crispy paninis, but it also works wonders for warming up leftovers, making grilled cheese, and even cooking thin cuts of meat. Costco Pizza Revival Expert. Trust me on this one. If you place 2 slices face to face and press them together, the crust crisps up beautifully while the cheese inside melts into gooey perfection. It's the best way to bring day-old pizza back to life. Honestly, this thing has become my go-to for fast and effortless meals, especially when I don't feel like pulling out my full cooking setup. Electric kettle. Boiling water is non-negotiable while camping. Whether it's for coffee, tea, instant soup, or even warming up water for a quick shower, my 0.8-liter stainless steel electric kettle is an essential part of my setup. Compact and lightweight, perfectly sized for van life without taking up too much space. Auto shutoff for safety. No worries about forgetting to turn it off and draining my battery. Energy efficient, just 600 watts. Keeps my power station happy while still getting the job done. And here's a fun twist. Some campers actually cook meals in their electric kettles. Think instant noodles, oatmeal, or even boiling eggs. I haven't fully embraced this kettle chef lifestyle yet, but I might give it a shot. Anything that saves time and effort while traveling is worth exploring. Propane appliances, cooking with fire. Sometimes you just need the real deal, a flame, a sizzle, that unmistakable smoky aroma filling the air. And that's where propane steps in, doing its job like a true culinary sidekick. I use propane for two main scenarios. Grilling at campsites, because let's be honest, nothing beats the flavor of food cooked over an open flame. It's like a flavor boost straight from nature itself. Plus, it makes me feel like a true outdoorsman, even if I'm still working on my campfire building skills. Backup cooking. You know those moments when your battery's running low and you're trying to make one last meal before everything shuts down? That's where propane saves the day. No need to panic, just fire up the grill and keep the good times and food rolling. My barbecue grill is my outdoor workhorse. Meet my Weber Q1000 portable barbecue, aka my steak and sausage machine. Cast aluminum body, that means indestructible. Spacious enough for meats and veggies. Stores 3 propane cylinders inside the dome, space hack. I even bought a griddle attachment, because why not make pancakes on a barbecue? I store my Weber in a plastic storage tote, tucked away in the trunk under my bed. Even though I clean the grill after every use, let's be real, there's always a little lingering barbecue aroma. The tote lid does a great job of keeping those smoky, mouth-watering smells locked in, so my van doesn't end up smelling like a roadside steakhouse. Tempting, but not ideal. For serious outdoor cooking, I use my propane stove. When I'm staying at a campground, my Martin portable gas stove becomes the star of the show. It is dual burner because breakfast and coffee are equally important, and I refuse to choose between them. Has wind protection. No more awkwardly hunching over the flame, looking like I'm casting a spell just to keep it from blowing out. Features 20,000 BTU output. That's enough power to sear a steak, boil water in record time, or probably launch a small rocket. Propane compatibility. Runs on the same cylinders as my grill, so I don't have to carry extra gear like some kind of propane hoarder. Has electric ignition. No fumbling with matches or lighters, because nothing says fun camping experience like nearly singeing your eyebrows in the wind. Tiny but mighty backup stove. This thing is wild. My mini camping stove is super compact, fits in a tiny orange box, surprisingly powerful and slightly terrifying, serves as my emergency backup for those just-in-case moments when I do not have my dual-burner Martin stove with me. If my electrical setup fails for some reason, or there is not enough power to recharge my batteries, it waits patiently in my storage tote, ready to unleash its fiery magic when needed. Coffee maker. Let's be honest, no day starts right without a cup of coffee. That's why the coffee maker is a must-have in my camper. Sure, I'd love a fancy espresso machine, but space is tight, and let's be real, I don't need to be carrying around an industrial coffee maker on wheels. So I had to get creative and find a compact solution that's easy to clean, because let's face it, no one wants to spend their mornings scrubbing coffee grinds. Meet AeroPress. A few years ago, before I even built my camper, my friends recommended this little gem. It's ridiculously easy to use. Just add coffee, pour in some hot water, then wait a minute and press it through like you're operating a tiny coffee-making syringe. The cleanup? Super simple. The leftover coffee forms a nice puck that just pops right out. Rinse it and you're good to go. There is a bigger version of AeroPress for home use, but I recommend a travel version of AeroPress that packs everything up into a neat little setup, perfect for making coffee for two while you're on the road. And now is a story of a small disaster with AeroPress we had last summer. This one was painful. It happened because of the coffee maker. I was using it upside down for brewing. Yeah, a strange setup, but it worked. Until it didn't. Because the center of gravity was way too high, one tiny movement, we still argue if it was me or my wife or maybe a gust of wind, sent the coffee maker flying off the table. Hot coffee splashed over the table, down the cabinet sides, everywhere. Half a second of silence. Then half a roll of paper towels. We cleaned it, but the cabinets stayed stained because I hadn't applied clear coat yet. I was still test running everything before committing to the final finish. Lesson learned, use the coffee maker as intended. And remember that spilled coffee means potential vacation-ending catastrophe if you're not careful. Next, episode number 13, safety. We're diving into safety equipment because, let's face it, we all want to be safe while living the van life. I'll be covering how I've tackled safety while traveling in my camper van, including some important topics like choosing a safe battery model that's actually friendly for car installations, because nothing says oops like a battery disaster. Why fuses are a must. Trust me, they're not just there to make things look fancy. Gas detectors. Yep, I still use them in my van, even though I cook mostly with electricity. Better safe than sorry. Fire extinguishers. I'll talk about the devices I use and where I strategically place them, because fire safety is no joke. So stay tuned and let's keep that camper life safe and sound.